Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is 3-Chord Dave and today we are going to talk about another brand new signature model for Epiphone and Jared James Nichols. Yes guys, here we are once again talking about Epiphone, and 2021 absolutely seems to be the year of the signature model for Epiphone. And like honestly, coming into 2021, there was a lot of excitement. Were they going to bring out things like new versions of the Muse lineup? Were they going to do stuff with the Flying V and the Explorer in that collection? Were they going to add stuff to the Modern collection or the Inspired by Gibson collection? What were Epiphone going to do? Because last year, honestly, was very exciting if you were an Epiphone fan. Lots of cool stuff came around. So NAMM came around and there was a few leaks, but not a lot of information. And all we really saw was some signature models. And one of those signature models that was kind of teased before it was officially announced and we were told would come later in the year is the Gold Glory by Jared James Nichols, a very, very talented blues guitar player who you should definitely check out if you have not done so already. Now, in 2019, he had a signature model, which was the Old Glory, which is a black Les Paul custom with a single dog ear P90 in the bridge, wraparound tailpiece, not a whole lot else about it. It's got like an aged black finish. And when I say aged, I mean, it's got no sheen to it. It's not shiny, it's not sparkly, it's just painted black. And it's got binding on the front and the back, and it's a beautiful guitar. Back of the headstock had a stinger, so the back of the headstock was white, the rest of the whole guitar was black, and a little stinger there leading into the neck, which it just added something to it. Of course, it had that old style Epiphone headstock, so a lot of people were put off by that, myself included, because I didn't particularly like that Epiphone headstock. I know some people are like, well, what's the difference? I don't know, it just feels better with the new one. So anyway, the thing about this guitar is this is basically just a refresh of that 2019 signature model, and they've really done what you would want them to do. It's different enough, but also the same enough. Does that make sense? I don't know. But as I said, this is a all gold guitar. So gold neck, gold body on the back and sides, and the top obviously is a gold top. So that is beautiful. It's got a black plastic covered dog ear P90, which stands out beautifully. It's a 1955 Les Paul body shape, which is a Les Paul body shape. I don't know why they've specified 1955. I guess the dimensions are a little bit different. Maybe the carve is a little bit different than what they had previously. You've got a volume and a tone knob. Interestingly enough, in the back cavity, it is large enough for another volume and another tone knob to be added. So standard size as you would find on a custom, on Les Paul custom, I should say. So that's interesting. So if you, like me, are a little bit put off by the one pickup Les Paul look, you can add a neck pickup. As long as you know how to do such a thing, you can just route it out for the pickup and, buy some extra pots, pop them in, do some drilling, cover up your work, make it all look nice. And essentially you would have one of the coolest Les Paul customs ever done by Epiphone, especially if you put a mini humbucker in the neck position and you had the P90. That would be absolutely sweet. But super, super cool guitar here. We've got an Ebony fingerboard, which you may notice looks a little bit unusual. And the reason that is that there's only 7 inlays. And why is that? Well, apparently, Jared likes the look of the jazzy arch tops that Gibson and Epiphone have done in the past. So I just went with it. Just a stylistic choice. And honestly, on the gold model, it looks phenomenal because it really makes that ebony fretboard pop against the gold. I just think it looks wonderful. And of course, you've got binding on the back and the front here on the guitar, which makes it look like a really classy guitar. I don't know, I just think Epiphone and Jared James Nichols, they've just knocked it out of the park with this one. It's a great looking guitar. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on this guitar. I honestly think gold tops should, get a little bit more love than they do, because that's where the Les Paul started. It was a gold top. Gold tops are honestly some of my favorite guitars. I love the all gold finish on this guitar as well, on the back and obviously on the neck. I would also say it's really cool that the stinger on this one, so it was black body and neck with a white stinger on the back of the headstock on the Old Glory, but on Gold Glory we have a black stinger on a gold neck, which looks amazing. It just adds that extra, I don't know, it's kind of like, it just looks more elegant or fancy. Fancy is the word I'm going to go with. It looks like it's fancy. but it's pretty cool. Epiphone, of course, released some videos with Jared playing the guitar. He's a phenomenal guitar player. Absolutely. I know that if I got this guitar in my hands, I would not be able to get half the sounds he gets out of it. He's phenomenal at just turning the tone knob one space on the dial, and he's getting a completely different sound. A phenomenal guitar player, excellent blues player. If you have not got him added to your playlists already, please do, because you're missing out. Great player. Doesn't use a pick or plectrum if you're in Euroland, but that makes him kind of cool. He's got a really unique style. I think he's fantastic and someone definitely to watch in the future. And I wonder, is the next step a Gibson signature model, maybe next year or the year after? I think it might be, to be honest. An interesting little touch as well. So in the Old Glory, we had a plaque that said a Blues Power. That was like a plaque that would have covered where the original bridge and stop tailpiece was taken out, and so that was covered over there, and it said Blues Power. Now that isn't on the Gold Glory, because I suppose they didn't want to ruin that gold top by just popping something else on it. So that's on the truss rod cover now. It says Blues Power, which is a nice touch, and if you're a blues fan like I am, I think that's really cool. And look, it's a Gibson stroke Epiphone style bell. Obviously the two of them are different. It's a three screw bell. You can pick up those truss rod covers if you don't like having that. Just get a blank one or something. But all in all, this is a very nice guitar, and $699 over there and €699 here in Euroland, which I think, coming with an Epi Light case, essentially a heavy gig bag, is a very good deal. And the reason I say that is because you don't get many Les Paul Customs that are all gold and that have a couple of nice features like the stinger on the back. And yes, look, you're missing a pickup, but it is a Seymour Duncan P90, so it's an American-made pickup, which I know people will actually think is better than just having an Epiphone P90. All in all, it sounds amazing, and that's the most important thing. So guys, let me know your thoughts on this Gold Glory from Jared James Nichols and Epiphone. I really want to know what your thoughts are. What do you think so far is the best Epiphone signature model to come out this year? And this Epiphone Goldtop, or wait for the Slash one to come out probably next month sometime. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me today. Again, leave your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, which will be on Saturday. Take care.